Okay, this reading is for May 30th through May 6th. And this is my little assistant over here. I decided to just roll out of bed and do the reading this morning. It was just calling to me, so my voice might be a little bit crackly and my eyes might be a little puffy, but here we go. The first thing that I saw in meditation was somebody like pulling a kink out of the right side of the body. And then I saw someone like taking care of their neck. And the message that I got was to pay attention to how you're moving through space, like especially Monday and Tuesday. Pay attention to how you're moving through space. And while you're paying attention to this, watch how you're relating to yourself.
I have new hair.
And he has new hair. Watch how you're relating to yourself. So there seems to be like some sort of resistance to what is and a lot of self-judgment. Like there's some way of being that's occurring for you right now that's causing you to just hold really, really tightly and not allow things to flow. So it's actually like blocking blocking manifestation, just, blocking just your life's flow. So it's kind of interesting because it's very subtle. It feels like there's judgments against yourself, and beliefs about yourself that you've lived with for so long you don't even know that they're there. It's just like a way of being that you've been dealing with for so long that you don't even notice that it's there anymore. It just feels like you, but it's not actually the true you. So pay attention. Pay attention to this, especially on Monday and Tuesday. Your body is great at giving clues at like how you're holding and like where you're holding this. So it's gonna show up as tension. It's gonna show up as tightness. It's gonna show up as like constriction. So when you notice this tension, tightness, constriction, ask yourself, what is this all about? Literally stop what you're doing and sit with your tension and ask your body, what is it that you're telling me? What's the message? What's the lesson? So I'm really hearing like slow down, stop fighting what is, and just be with it. Allow what is to be. Just sit with your feelings, sit with the tension. Don't judge it as bad, and let it resolve. Let it dissolve as you receive guidance from your body, from your higher self, about this way of being. So I'm also hearing like you and I have been living our lives in a way that's kind of rigid, and it's not allowing life to flow. So just kind of try and like focus on releasing that rigidity, allowing things, just kind of sitting in a space where you don't have to do so much, you don't have to force so much, just kind of allowing things to come to you. Again, I'm hearing acceptance of what is. Okay. Then for Wednesday and Thursday, I saw a person cutting a cloth like really precisely, and cutting it very specifically to their uniqueness. What came forward for me is that, many of us are carrying around belief systems, emotions, ways of being that were learned in our childhood or later in life, and it's time to lovingly let them go. So, for example, many years ago, I would get really, really depressed, and I didn't know why. And I had this healer tell me that it was actually not mine. The depression was not mine. It was a learned way of being, and something about her saying that resonated with me so deeply. And she asked me just to like physically just like take my fingers and cut the cord between myself and that depression. And I literally did that, and I never felt that deep depression ever again. I mean, I've been depressed, but not to that level. So just notice that. Notice those emotions and ways of being that are not really yours, and try to kind of link them to. You don't even have to do that. You don't have to link them to with the source. Just whatever it is that feels like it's not yours that's coming up, like really physically, just say, I am cutting this cord. I am releasing this way of being that's not serving me anymore. Okay? And then for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I saw a person lying in the arms of an angel, and the angel was specifically rubbing the top of their head. And I heard... take care of yourself, nurture yourself, specifically your head space. There's something, very true about when your head is sick, the body follows. So this weekend, we're being asked to detox our thoughts. Okay, and we're like going on a mind cleanse, however that manifests for you. So like it could be a lot of meditation. Try and break the addiction to negative thinking and drama. So, if a negative thought comes in, like don't try and control your thoughts, but if a negative thought comes in, just watch it and release it and try to replace it with a positive thought. Just really try to get into that practice, and it helps to cleanse your mind. It helps to like detox from all of that negative thinking. So, just this weekend, just really try and relax and breathe deep. However you can kind of clear your mind the best, whether it's yoga, taking a walk in nature. If you live by the ocean, go to the ocean. If you live near the mountains, go to the mountains. Whatever you can do to clear your headspace. One thing to know is that humanity, all of us, we're going through like these big shifts and changes, and it can feel kind of like, you can get in your head about it. It can feel kind of, just, for lack of a better term, it can feel yucky. So we need to really clear out that like head clutter, clear out that old way of being, those old thought patterns, those old belief systems that are not serving us anymore, and make room for this higher consciousness that is seeking to manifest itself through us. And we're all raising up in vibration right now, even though it might not feel like it. It might feel kind of challenging right now, but we are asked to just really kind of breathe deep, make room for, like I said, this new higher consciousness that is seeking to come in to our space right now and really, really elevate us and fill us with a lot of love and clarity and insight and just a positive new space. Okay, so with that, have a beautiful and blessed week, and we'll see you next week.